All right, hello everybody and welcome to another elevator parts video. Now today we're not in the elevator workshop, we're actually here at the parts collection because today we're not wiring something, well we are wiring something, but we're going to be making a modification to this indicator right here, which I have made a video on making this thing work in the past using this small little controller right here. I love this controller and I spent a lot of time building it, and this is all you have to do is you can turn it on with the buttons. You can turn on the display and you turn the numbers to change the display. Now, unfortunately, the battery's dying on it, but I think today we need to upgrade this thing and make it a little bit better. So what I have in front of me here is some Arduino board stuff. We've got a little infrared receiver, a little remote. We've got a little adapter board here, and we've got an actual Arduino. So what I'm gonna do is hook this thing up to an Arduino board and a remote control so that we can use this remote to control the indicator. So what I plan to use is a little Arduino Nano board, and this is a little receiver terminal board, so you can plug the board into here and then you can hook wires up to the sides. Now unfortunately, this board came in before the Nano board, so we're gonna have to wait until I get the actual Nano Arduino to plug on here. So for now, we'll be using this full size, just kind of standard board, and we'll use some jumper wires on here. This is gonna be a fun little project. We have to take apart the old one and then rewire it up and then program the Arduino. So let's get started. All right, so here we have the old controller taken off, and now we need to start working on the Arduino. So the first thing I've done is I made this little pin conversion here. So pretty much what I've done, we have different digital outputs. So you'll see on this little board, we have like D2, D3, D4, all the way to D13, which is over here. That's your digital output pins. And pretty much what I've done is taken the information for library I'm using on the code and turned it into colors and numbers. So that means all I have to do is just hook up the blue wire to pin 6, orange to 5, and all that, and it just makes an easy hookup. So let's go ahead and do that now. So we have the little base board here for the actual display hooked up. We don't have these hooked up yet. We'll do that later. Each number, so I've used this chart to correspond each wire to a particular spot. So what we're gonna do next is I'm going to program this Arduino board, and we're pretty much just gonna jump wires up to the corresponding pin so we can test it out and see if it all works out. All right, so before we get started, one of the things we're going to add to the little indicator is the ability to control it with the remote control. And so this Arduino board right now is currently receiving the input from my remote. And what we can use is this little serial monitor here to figure out what number is what's being transmitted each time you press it. So if I press 0, you can see the important part is this C101 bit here. But if I press a different number, you can see it's giving me a different number and so forth. So we'll be using that and this code that I made to control the indicator. So let's go ahead and sync it to this Arduino board, and we'll put some jumper wires and we'll see if it works. All right, so we've got our everything kind of hooked up here. We've got our main Arduino board for now, with everything kind of jumped over here to the Nano board. Like I said, once we get the Nano board, all these wires will go and we'll just plug the Nano board directly in. But for now, we're gonna have to deal with this. So the next thing we need to do is test it. Oh, look at that. We press 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It all works. Look at this. So if we come over here, this receiver is way up there, but if I press the buttons, we can now control the indicator with the remote control, and then I can turn it off with this button, with the power button. That's step 1 complete. We've got the indicator actually working, the program works, everything's wired up correctly. We're actually now gonna have to wait until we get the proper board so we can hook up the arrows, and then maybe we can do some more cool stuff with it. And then we'll probably move the receiver out here to the front so we can see it a little bit better and it's easier to work with. For now, that's what we have. So the next step, once we get the mini board, we'll set all that up. All right, so it's a few days later, and look what we got in the mail. And we got ourselves the mini Arduino board. So here's the mini board, and this thing is really tiny. Look at it. So this is the board we're gonna use. So first thing I'm gonna do is sync my program to this board, and then we'll plug it in to the base up there. All right, just synced the code with the little board. Now we need to disconnect our little jumper and hook up the new board. All right, so I've disconnected my big board and I've hooked up the new micro board, the new nano board, hooked up a 9-volt battery to the voltage input, and then rehooked up the little receiver to the board. All right, we've got power. And now, oh boy. All right, so the board's plugged in, and now we need to do, I've went ahead and hooked up a 9-volt battery port to it. And you can see when I plug it in, the little green light turns on. We are getting receiving from the IR, so let's give it a test. Perfect, look at that. It works. And this thing over here is taking pictures of his elevator button. But the remote control works. So the next thing we need to do, now that we have all that situated, is we need to hook up our up and down arrows to the controller. Okay, it's been about 2 weeks since I've worked on this project. Fast forwarding here, you can see we've got a lot more stuff up here. But up here we have our little controller. So the next thing I want to do is add a power switch to turn this thing on and off. So obviously before we had a 9-volt battery clip, which turns this thing on and off, but I don't want to have to reach up here and hit that every time. So I have this little car top station that I've mounted to the bottom here, and I'm thinking we could use this little switch right here as a little power switch to turn on the indicator. So we can click this and it comes on. So if we pull the switch out of the little panel, we can see it's pretty simple. We just have on and off, and there's just one little contact on there, very simple. And it just latches in there like that. Like I said, I've got these 2 wires here up on the top, and then out the bottom down here, we've got 2 more wires. So we're gonna hook these wires up to that switch, and then hook this up to the battery pack. So we have the little switch hooked up to the battery pack and hooked up to the Arduino. Let's give it a test. That looks like power to me. Yep, look at that. It came to life. Now let's turn it off. Perfect, so the power switch is successful. It does work. We can now turn on the indicator with this switch. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna adjust the coding a little bit because I want some kind of verification that it's been turned on. So when you turn it on, I'm gonna make it where it says hi on the screen, which is pretty simple to do, just adjust the coding. But another thing we're gonna need to do is hook up the arrows. So I think we're gonna do that next. We'll go ahead and hook up the arrows and then we can adjust the coding. So I'm gonna go ahead and hook up the 3 brown wires. We've got 3 brown wires here. One is a common, which is gonna go to our 5 volts. And then the other 2 are the negatives, which are going to go to one of the pins on the Arduino. So I've got the little arrow wires hooked up into pins D9 and D10. Had to use these wire nuts to make smaller wires because these big brown ones won't fit. But we'll do some wire management up here later. For now, we're just going to leave it as is because we still need to move the receiver to a better place because it's still kind of right there, but it will be what it is for now. But anyway, the next thing I need to do, we're going to unplug the board. This is what the little board looks like. And now we're going to go over to the computer and adjust the code. All right, new set of code is added. Next thing we need to do is plug it in and make sure everything works right. All right, it's plugged in. Let's try it out. All right, so it comes on and the light's on. So I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, but that's on. So down works and up works. So for some reason, pressing any of these turns on this for some reason. Not sure why that is. All right, so we got to do some more code adjustments, that's for sure. And we also need to flip the plus and minus. So plus is up, minus is down. And then I'm gonna need to add a way to turn off the numbers without turning off the whole thing. And I need to reprogram pretty much the whole thing. So got to reprogram the initialization. So you can see when I turn it on, nothing happens and it just kind of does that Let's try it. I'm gonna go ahead and adjust the code and we'll get it working. Alright, so I just tweaked the code a lot and changed things around a little bit, and I'm pretty satisfied with the result. So check this out. We're gonna go ahead and turn it on. It says hi, and then it boots up. Now it's ready to go. So we can take our remote, we can press plus to make the up go on, and then the power button to turn it off, and then press down to make the down go on, or if we want the up to go on, we press up. So plus and minus turn on the arrows, and then the power button no longer turns off the display, it just turns off the lights. So we can turn the lights on and off like this, and then obviously we can change the floors. Ideally what we could do is actually hook up a car panel like this to simulate an up and down, which I think would be actually kind of cool. But for now, we have this and we're ready to turn it off. Just hit the switch to turn it off. So super easy to use. High. And it's on. So very happy with the way this came out. One more thing before we finish, need to do a little bit of wire management up there. Okay, so I finished kind of tucking away the wires back there, and I also brought the little IR receiver out a little bit more with some longer wires, so now it's towards the front. This is still kind of a temporary setup. I need to buy another little receiver, and then I'll maybe make some sort of mount to put it right in here, but that'll be another project at another date. So other than that little small adjustment, this project is finished. I'm really happy with the way it came out. So let's go ahead and go over what it does one last time. So to turn it on, we hit this little power switch here. And it'll do its little initiation thing. It'll say hi to you and turn on. And then we can use the remote to choose what floor we want. So we can go all the way up to 9 because it is a single digit. And we have a 0 as well. Then we can use the plus and minus to control the arrows. So plus and minus turn them on and power button turns them off. That might get changed later in the future, but for now, plus is up, minus is down, power is off. So if we wanted to simulate going up to 3 on an elevator, we will press 3, and then we'll use the buttons. So going up, here we are at 3. Now we're going to go back down to 1. And here we are at 1. So that's pretty much all there is to it. So there's a lot of potential things I could do with this. As of now, it's just kind of in its basic state, but it has the potential. It's all wired up and ready to go. All that's left to do is basically add more coding if I want to do more stuff. So anyway, that's going to conclude this little parts video. Hope you enjoyed it. I definitely think this is a better upgrade than what I had before. Unfortunately, we did have to do away with the old analog controller, updating to digital. So in a sense, this is a modernization. Of course, we will not forget about this original controller. It will live on here in my little elevator museum collection, whatever. With that being said, thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you guys next time.